All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the shop. It's going to be a little bit different video today. We haven't got a ton done in the last week or two, really since the last video has come out. A couple reasons. It's summertime. Got a lot going on. Summer vacation wise, family, kids. Been raining a lot. If anybody knows West Central Florida in July, it pretty much rains every day. So between the regular job and here, has been as much time out here. But so let me just give you a quick rundown of what we have gotten done in the last week or so. First off, we have installed some storage. It's kind of nice. We got a nice hatch here in the transom. That's going to give us plenty of access to the rigging bolts for the motor when we go to put the jack plate on, any pumps that are hidden in there, anything like that. Got that from Deep Blue Marine in Tarpon Springs, Florida. I'll put a link below for them. They are really easy to work with company. Their website, I will admit, the website's not the greatest, but their products are solid. I'm pretty happy with what they sent me, especially for the cost. Very cost effective. I have a CNC machine over there in the corner, and honestly, it was cheaper to just buy these two parts I needed from them than it would be to buy the starboard, the hinges, the latches, design it all out, and try and cut it myself. Also went ahead, got a 2-drawer storage bin here for the front of the leaning post. That's going to have plenty of storage for phones, wallets, keys, all the incidentals, and also give me access to through bolt the backrest. Speaking of backrest, that was something else that we've gotten done. Put a little cushion on there. You saw those cushions in the backrest, or not the backrest, in the live well video that I made. Little cushions that I found for literally $4 a piece. So they're probably not going to stay on here forever. But for right now, I have $4 into them. So screwed those on with a little piece of starboard backing that I had laying around the shop and put those on. Very comfortable now to sit back and film this video for you guys now. The live well lid, I did cut an acrylic lid, as you guys saw in one of the previous videos. Problem with that, it was only a 3/8 inch thick piece of acrylic, maybe ½ inch, I'm not sure. I think 3/8. And there was a 3/4 inch, drop, where the cutout was for the lid. So it was nice, it worked, it fit. A couple big problems was it left a big gap. And what I mean by that is it wasn't level. Even with gaskets and whatever else, I wasn't happy with it. I also wanted to be able to cut things on it. We do a lot of live bait fishing. We do a lot of cut bait fishing down here, and to be able to just pull something out of the live well, cut it right there on top of the starboard, not really have to worry about scratching up a nice piece of acrylic or anything. And again, my go-to spot for stuff like that is Marine Surplus up in Sarasota. I picked up that piece of starboard for $15, $17, something like that. It's a 3/4 inch thick. If you ever bought 3/4 inch starboard, a full sheet is like $400. So a little scrap of it was just big enough. I still have the pattern on the CNC software from when I cut the lid out the first time out of acrylic. So I just recut it. I ran a little 1/4 inch deep groove around it using the CNC software to put a little gasket in there. It's just a push-in 1/4 inch gasket. Works perfect. Ditched the slam latch. That was just something I had laying around the shop from a previous build. But the reason I got rid of that was inside the live well, I would have to put a catch, and that's just going to stick out an inch or so. I didn't want to take up the room. I like to be able to just, swoop the net around in there and not have to worry about catching on a bunch of things. I also went simple. I went old school. I just put a spring on it. That, $10. No gas shocks to corrode up or oil or anything like that. It opens. It holds it open. When I'm done, I just push on it and it shuts. The lid's heavy enough that it'll hold itself down, and I cut it pretty tight, so it actually kind of rubs just enough that it's perfect, that it will hold itself shut. It's function over form in its finest, but honestly, I still think it looks fine. So anyways, that's what's been going on really in the shop. Rub rail did show up. I'm going to do a video on that when I get to it, but painting the boat first, obviously. Primer has arrived, but I'm going out of town again in a couple days because it's summertime and I'm trying to enjoy it. So probably just going to hold off on that. Still waiting for the paint colors to get mixed up and shipped out, but plenty of time on that. But really what I want to talk about mainly in this video is a thank you to you guys. The channel has really kind of blown up here in the last month or so. And I got to say, I wasn't expecting that when I started this channel. I pretty much just started it for fun. I had no aspirations to be a YouTuber or anything, but when you get that email from YouTube saying, hey, we got some money waiting for you, let's go. Why not? So I figured, why not? Let's do this a little nicer. So I went ahead and I've invested a little bit in some better software, a little bit better equipment, got, new cameras, some stuff. So I've edited every single video I've made so far on this channel, the last 25 videos or whatever. I've done it 99% on my phone. I'm sure some of you can tell. I'm sure, the real, the YouTubers out there just kind of, laugh at some of my stuff. But, hey, it just, I started it. I said, let's go where it goes. And so my commitment to you guys is, since you guys have invested in me, I'm going to invest a little more into this channel. So maybe a little while until the next video. Give me a week or two. So like I said, I am going out of town. And I am waiting for some supplies and things, but I will do a better job of putting together some nicer edits, some better quality production. Hopefully, sound comes out a little better, and things like that. So that's about it. Like always, thank you for sticking around and subscribing. To the ones that have been here since the beginning, thank you as always, and to all the new folks, welcome. I'm glad to have you along. And if you have anything that you want to see, any comments, suggestions, just drop them below. I try to reply to pretty much everything that I get, unless it's just completely random troll stuff. I try not to feed the trolls, but I guess they're going to come with the territory. But if you guys have anything that you want to see, any suggestions for the channel, anything else, just let me know. And hey, let's see where this goes in the next couple months. All right, guys, talk soon.